Episode 16, week 16, usage from the 13th of April to the 19th of April. As usual, the setup at home are in the notes below, and let's move straight on to the mileage. The mileage on the car now is up to 3,647 miles, which is given as only 38 miles for the week and 1,786 miles since the start of the 2020 logs. The generation meter is reading 29,912 kilowatt hours, just short of 30 megawatts since the beginning of 2012, which is given as 136 kilowatt hours this week and 923 kilowatts since the start of the 2020 logs. The numbers have gone up a little bit to 10 kilowatt hours for the month and 87 kilowatt hours for the year, but again that's mainly because I'm using rather a boost on the hot water system or a timer to heat the water when we need it. So the 10 kilowatts for the month and 87 for the year, that's basically just when the batteries are completely full and there's nowhere else for the solar to go. The smart meter import is 117 kilowatt hours for the week, which is 5,098 kilowatt hours since the start of the 2020 logs, and all of the 117 kilowatts that we've pulled this week are mainly when the prices are below zero. The Tesla app has said we've had a home usage of 223 kilowatt hours for the week, and we've had 132 kilowatt hours from solar. We've got 56.4 kilowatt hours out of the Powerwall, and the grid usage has been 109 kilowatt hours, so slightly less than what the import meter was saying, and we've put 6.5 kilowatt hours back into the grid. On Monday the 13th of April we pulled 84.8 kilowatt hours from the grid, and again this is mainly because of the negative prices from Octopus Agile. We put 3.6 kilowatt hours back into the grid. We got 3.8 kilowatt hours out of the Powerwall. We had 24 kilowatt hours generated from the solar, which was the most of the week, and the home usage was 94.6 kilowatt hours, and again it's because the prices were negative. On Tuesday the 14th of April we never went into negative prices with Octopus Agile, so we only had a grid pull of 0.2 kilowatt hours. We sent back 1.9 kilowatt hours. We got 8.4 kilowatt hours from the Powerwall, and we generated 23.4 kilowatt hours from the solar, and we had a home usage of 20.7 kilowatt hours. So we actually had home usage which was less than what we generated. On Wednesday the 15th of April, again we only pulled 0.2 kilowatt hours from the grid, and 0.1 went back to the grid. We got 10.4 kilowatt hours from the Powerwall. We generated 21.6 kilowatt hours, and we had a home usage of 21.9 kilowatt hours. So we were just short of 100% left in the battery by the end of the day. But we only need 25% to get all through the night and into the early hours of the morning before the sun comes up again. On Thursday the 16th of April we only pulled 0.2 kilowatt hours from the grid, so very low again, with 0.2 going back. We got 10.9 kilowatt hours from the Powerwall, which was the most of the week. We generated 21.7 kilowatt hours from the solar, but had a home usage of 23.2. So the battery state of charge by the end of the sundown was slightly lower than normal at around about 85%. It's still enough to get us all through the night, and we still have a good state of charge in the morning. And on Friday the 17th of April we had a grid pull of 1.5 kilowatt hours with 0.1 going back. We got 9.4 kilowatt hours out of the Powerwall. We generated 18.8 kilowatt hours and had a home usage of 20 kilowatt hours. So again, the state of charge by the end of the solar day is getting lower. However, the 1.5 kilowatt hours was a very short period of free energy from Octopus, so it didn't cost us anything just to top the Powerwall back up again. On Saturday, the weather forecast was very poor, so we pulled 20.8 kilowatt hours in the early hours of the morning when the energy was cheap. It wasn't free, but it was very, very cheap. and we sent 0.1 kilowatt hours back into the grid. We got 8.2 kilowatt hours from the Powerwall, and we only produced 5.3 kilowatt hours from the solar. The home usage was 26 kilowatt hours for the day. However, because we pulled 20.8 kilowatt hours from the grid at very cheap rate, we still had a very high state of charge on the battery by the end of the Saturday. On Sunday the 19th of April, we pulled 2.3 kilowatt hours from the grid with 0.4 going back. We got 5.6 kilowatt hours out of the Powerwall. We produced 17.6 kilowatt hours, and the home usage was 16.7 kilowatt hours. So we just had enough solar just to top the battery completely up again on Sunday. Just to add a bit of gas detail, we had 5.2 kilowatt hours of gas, and it was a cost of £1.36, including the VAT and the daily charge, which has given us a total since the start of the 2020 logs of £21.28 for the gas that we've used, and including the VAT and the daily charge. As usual, thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe.